African Americans really do not embrace their culture, and it is very, very worrying. How can I ask you where you're from and you tell me the state? You don't even know what ethnicity you are. You don't even know what country you originally come from. That is mad to me.
Show me the part where I said
that Black Americans have no culture.
If you can just, that's all I need. If somebody can just show me that part,
then it'll all be put to bed.
Do you understand? But at the end of the day, it's like people who want, as I said, if I don't make something relevant, then it's not relevant, as far as I'm concerned. So it's like, there's nothing I said that Malcolm X didn't say. There's nothing I said that the Honorable Louis Farrakhan didn't say. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, it's Burna Boy saying it, and he's from Africa, and you know what I mean? It's like, and it fits the agenda for your little group or whatever. You understand? It's like, all that's beneath me.
No, I'm sorry, I can't do Americans. I need somebody with culture, I'm sorry.
Black Americans got culture. Americans got culture.
Keep rolling.
I need somebody with some culture.
Americans don't have culture.
I got culture.
We got the culture. We are the culture.
Who the culture?
We are the culture. Globally, they know about Black Americans.
No, hold on.
Globally, they know about Black Americans.
But you gotta remember 1804, baby. I'm the one that wanted my
American. We're not gonna use the word American.
Yeah, Black Americans.
I ain't gonna hold
That's
you.
fine, but listen, 1804, I'm the reason why you have your independence.
That's the part I hate about
Haitians was the first free independent country, first Black free independent.
That ain't got nothing to do with. That don't got nothing to do with America.
That's nice. I'm just letting you know the reason why y'all have your independence.
Y'all coming over here because of us, because of the hard work that Black Americans do.
You know Haiti is like in debt for 1 trillion years because
you know why? Because the French owe us how much?
So y'all got your independence for what?
Paying.
What?
Wait, when you say Haiti's the reason Americans got their independence, what do you mean by that?
How they gonna cook me for that?
What do you mean by that?
Y'all gotta cut that out.
We won.
African Americans are free?
I'm not saying that we set the revolution. The reason we were the first independent free country.
Ain't nobody give a fuck about y'all, bro.
Look at him pointing. Look at him pointing. Are you crazy?
No, but by paying Britain, what?
I'm talking about we set the thing. We the one that set it. 1804, we was the first free independent Caribbean country.
I'm not gonna go in depth with
Are you
that,
crazy?
but y'all have.
But what that got to do with America?
African Americans.
We said it, and then y'all followed.
Y'all said it for yourselves, not for no
We said
Black
it, and then
Americans.
y'all followed.
And we set the stage for y'all immigrants to come over here and profit off of America.
You're saying that?
And you're mad that we came to.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm telling you what Black culture provided for you and your family.
How that provided for me and my family?
Because we set the standard. We set the standard.
Who came here? I didn't come here.
You
Your
here right
family
now?
did?
My family came here.
And you're here
And they made their money and they went right back to Haiti. So what's up?
So why you ain't go right back to Haiti?
Because why would I come back to Haiti? I'm Gucci where I'm at.
Where your parents live?
They're here.
What?
And they doing the flow.
How's that going
on
right
Labor
back to
Day.
Haiti? That ain't going right back to Haiti.
On Labor Day? It ain't been on Labor Day.
Of America, right? But what is the culture? Bro, let me educate you. Every culture starts from a language, a tribe. Every tribe have a language. What is it? Apart from English, what other language do Americans speak? The Black Americans. The Mexicans in America speak Spanish. They have something they speak outside English. The Asians the Chinese, everybody speak their language outside English. What do you speak? What is the trace of your culture you're talking about? What is American culture? I want to know, what is the Black American culture? I keep hearing this culture. Bro, the Black Americans are the culture, maybe baby mama culture. You know, single women having 3 kids. That's probably their culture. Or the numbers of the highest incarcerated Black young men in America. That's their culture. I don't know. Is it the pim culture? The gang banging culture? Is that the culture? Bro, the Black American culture is about wearing, let's say, wearing the Nikes, they want to be on the trend game, you know? These are the culture. But I don't know why the Black Americans feel like they should be the center of Black people around the world, or they should be the face of Black people around the world. Why? Bro, you can have your face. See, you don't even have to declare yourself that you are not African, you are not African American. Bro, nobody give a flying damn about what you think about yourself. That's your own opinion and your own mentality, your own narrative of everything, how you are. That nobody cares. But bringing all your fights about Africa, bro, I don't get it. You talk about culture every time. What is the culture? I want to know. Genuinely, I'm asking. The hip hop. You want to say the hip hop? The music is your culture. I don't get it. Eminem is not black, but he do more hip hop probably than the Black Americans. I don't get the culture you're talking about, because Okay, maybe because you guys dominate the basketball, the sports game in America, you guys dominate. Is that a culture? Sport is not culture, bro. Let me educate you. You don't have any language you speak outside English. You don't have a tribe. You don't, bro. Culture has traces. You don't have any culture, but you always say culture. Bro, you don't have culture. Your culture is about dressing, looking nice, and wearing Nikes. They will tell you that they have the Nike. Bro, Nike is owned by a white man. I want to educate you on that too. The Nike is owned by a white man. They will tell you, hey, Michael Jordan.
Like, Jamaica's a good time to visit, but them folks don't really fuck with Americans, especially black Americans.
True that.
They don't really like us.
True that.
Okay? So
they want us to just come visit,
and
party,
get the fuck
and
on.
go back home. Yeah,
they don't really want us to come.
No, they don't.
Come chill out in their shit and hang out and co-mingle and pull up the dance hall and jump off the second floor and motherfucking dance with they bitch and shit.
I don't mean to jump onto this, but since it's all over my For You page, I might just as well. So I'm from a very small country in the 54 countries in Africa, and I am currently not in America. But I'm just gonna bring my 2 cents because this is TikTok, and you know, anybody can just pull the camera and start talking. This beef going on, Black Americans versus Africans, I don't know what started it. I don't know how long it's been going on for. I tried to look it up. I tried to go down the rabbit hole. It showed me something about essence, or like Americans saying Africans are disrespecting them. I don't know. I wish this wasn't happening at all. It's heartbreaking to see. It's sad. But what is really baffling to me, what is really like funny, not funny, is the most posts that are on my For You page. Maybe my page is broken, but it's coming from Africans that are actually not in America. Africans that are back home in Africa. They are the ones posting. They are the ones making the pettiest, craziest posts. Some of them are really cracking me up, but like, it's not supposed to be funny. I know that Africa as a continent, like all of us, we just ended up catching strays. I don't know, maybe these were meant for us as well, because this beef was supposed to be in America, but some posts that I saw from Americans ended up just insulting us as a whole, like continent, but just putting it as one country in a way. I don't know, but my thing is, are we brothers and sisters in Africa currently helping the situation, or are we making it worse with our posts and, you know, knowing that when shit hits the fan, things get really ugly in America? It's the Africans who are in America that are going to be facing everything. And I don't know how that makes me feel. Like, I don't like how that makes me feel. But I guess it is what it is, and I just hope we can all get along at the end of the day.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about the rise of like the FBA movement / the anti-Black immigrant sentiment that I've seen lately on social media. Now I'm not too sure where this came from, but me personally, I first encountered this maybe back in like 2023, I believe, on Twitter. So it was a Twitter space, and this Twitter space was about how immigrants are essentially affecting Black Americans and how they are maybe taking away certain opportunities from Black Americans. This wasn't focused on any particular group of immigrants, but then later on in the space, it did shift to Black immigrants in particular and how they may be taking things away from Black Americans. And I would also like to add, while this Twitter space was going on, like, there were Africans and Black Americans literally yelling slurs at one another through the phone. There were even white conservatives that literally came up there as well. Even the Fresh and Fit guy came up there as well. Like, I'm not too sure. Yes, the Fresh and Fit guy, of course, he was on the side of the Africans. You know, he's East African. I don't remember what the conservative guy was doing, but girl, they were in there and it was very, very messy. And there was a huge fallout from this space. And mind you guys, this was a space that went on for over 24 hours. So This is from like where I noticed a lot of this propaganda started to rise, was from that day. Because if you were there, you would know that like Tariq Nasheed came in there. There was a lot going on. A lot of people came in there that day. And so from there, I started seeing a lot more Black American people referring to themselves as foundational Black American. And so I noticed that a lot of them were trying to distance themselves from Africa and talk about how, you know, they were already here and stuff like that. They were also native to the land of America, things of that nature. Which, mind you, that claim is getting so bad, I'm starting to see Native Americans have to come out and, like, refute that claim and say, like, no, girl, like, respectfully, we are the original natives. But I noticed this very strong push to separate and create a distinction between Black Americans who are descendants from slavery versus, you know, everybody else. Which I absolutely agree with the fact that we are very different, but we also, of course, have a lot of similarities, right? But I don't necessarily think making that distinction in a certain context is productive. Like making that distinction in a conversation about the betterment and the advancement of any Black people, period, regardless of where they're from in the diaspora, that's not a useful conversation, because at the end of the day, we all have the same enemy. So it's like, what are we making that distinction for? Why are we making this separation? Again, all of it just feels very anti-African, and it just feels like, again, propaganda for more division, for more divide and conquer. So please, let's all respect one another. We all have our own culture, Black American people included, okay? And we all descend from the same place. All love. That's it.
Roydale and Alberstein's grandmother and my grandmother, okay, they were sisters. So that make me and Roydale and Alberstein, okay, that's going for a second. That same grandmother. They my first cousins. Okay, they cheer.
Look, I'm about to not mind my business, but I don't care. I am so enjoying this beef. I don't know what happened. I don't know why y'all Americans went to do that to yourselves. But now the war between Africans and Americans right now, what is going on? Why did you guys go do that to yourselves? Why did you... Yo, these Africans are coming for y'all. Obviously, I'm not American. I'm Canadian. But, yo, y'all started something that I don't think you were ready for. And there was no purpose to start that. There was no purpose. Excuse me, I just ate. Your girl is digesting. I wish it was African food, no lie. Okay. But yo, the Africans are not holding back in the comments to die for. Like, to die for. My best part is, funny enough, Americans are no longer African Americans. Like, y'all are no longer African Americans. What happened to the African in your American? What happened to that? I never understood the African American thing that Americans like to call themselves when they're literally Black American. But whatever, I'm not gonna get into it. Like I said, I'm not African. But you know what? I am enjoying this beef right there. Y'all went and poked the wrong bear. Y'all went and poked the wrong bear, and I'm here for all that. See, I'm here for all of it. Y'all, when you guys see a video, an African reply to an American, or stitching something not very smart that an American says, go in the comments. Go live your best life in the comments. You will not regret it. Y'all want to poke the wrong bear? Wap kon George. Wap kon George. Wap cherche problem. Wap kon George. Y'all should have just leave them people alone. Leave their food alone. Leave their braiders alone. Just leave them alone. Y'all enjoyed the cheap price for the braids, no? Now y'all want to... Americans, only you would do something like that. I'm here for all of it.
Leave it to the Africans. They're going to always fuck up the play. Leave it to the Africans to always fuck up the motherfucking play. Now, I know you're probably wondering, like, what the fuck you talking about? How they fucking up the play? They fucking up the play because they got their crazy ass on here and start talking about African Americans as if we don't belong to an entire country. called America. See, one thing about America you got to learn about us is we got this thing called united we stand, divided we fall. So when you fuck with one of us, you fuck with all of us. You got to understand that. It's almost like I can bully my little brother, but if you come over here and bully my little brother, I'm going to beat your ass. Now they over there high-fiving it saying, we told them. We popped our shit. We told them no Zulu parade, no real Zulu. Even though you guys, I'm pretty sure, are aware about the transatlantic slave and the 15 million people that were taken away from Africa. And yes, it's a stain on American history. It really is a stain. Something that white America is not proud of, black America is not proud of. But for you guys to take it and make it a public mockery, oh yeah, you definitely done fucked the play up. See, let me tell you something. Not all white America are racist. And even the ones that are racist, you ain't finna fuck with they motherfucking black people. You got me fucked up. You ain't finna, because honestly, when you clown us, you clown them too. When you clown us, you clown them too. Now see, honestly, you would think that we start hating white people off the shit that you're saying. Look what happened. But honestly, you got us start hating you. You got us looking at you motherfucking crazy. And we never did. We weren't even thinking about y'all. On some real shit. Africa, we wasn't thinking about y'all. We wasn't saying nothing to y'all. We was all here minding our motherfucking business. And one morning I just woke up and y'all was on here popping shit. Y'all was saying some wild ass shit. Oh my God. And if you think Trump is not aware of what is going on social media between African Americans and Africa, you got to be sick in your damn head. Bitch, you have fucked up the fucking play. Oh, but you don't get what I'm saying. See, right now, you guys in Africa have people over here that they're counting on having their temporary work visa flipped to permanent citizenship. Right now, you have Africans over here that are working amongst other African Americans. And they're probably looking like, don't worry about them, bro. I don't know what the fuck going on. I ain't fucking with them. But guess what? You about to fuck up the motherfucking play. Because right now in America, we're having another big movement in history called the mass migration of deportation. And at one point, we were all outraged about this deportation thing, this ISIS thing. But I think we might have a change of mind when it comes to you Africans coming over here. I think we won't be marching in the streets protesting ISIS to keep you here or your sisters or brothers that are here on those temporary work visas. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that to be real, to open your eyes that this shit is bigger than you. You are on a platform of a man who wants to cut ties on financially providing for other countries when he feels like he's getting nothing out of it and nothing but taking money out of Americans' mouths. We're the taxpayers over here. We are the land that everybody wants to come to thrive, to make money. We are the land of endless opportunities. If you are poor, you can come here dirt poor and turn around and be rich. And you guys know that shit. You guys are aware of that shit. And you keep talking about jealousy. We didn't know. We ain't talking about jealousy or nothing like that. Let me just tell you something. You guys are talking shit, but I bet you won't say that, those people have their freedom while we're still captive in some of our places in Africa. We are not captive anywhere in America. If you see a poor African Americans, because honestly, they just choose that. And they have the freedom to be poor. They have the freedom to be ignorant. They have the freedom to be ratchet. And we have the freedom to be well educated. We have the freedom to be bougie. We have the freedom to move into a white neighborhood, rather if they like it or motherfucking not. It is what it is. But let me tell you something about how America is set up. Because guess what? White America is not on TikTok laughing about this. They're looking at that like, oh, they disrespecting some of our people. Because united we stand and divided we fall. You guys are fucking up the play. You will not hear us at all rallying against this deportation shit. I think it's good that you guys are trying to disconnect from us. At first, I was fighting, saying, no, we from Africa. We have African heritage, but I'm going to let y'all have that. I am FBA. I actually don't even want to find my heritage in Africa no more. Yeah. If this is Trump trying to make us understand that we finna solidify some shit with our African Americans. Matter of fact, we finna strip that fucked up ass name off you and we finna give you what you deserve. And I don't know what this is, because honestly, when it comes to God, when someone come out and say that we're jealous or we're mad or somebody say they're better than us, God has a way of humbling people. And I'm curious to see what this humbling experience is about to be over some Zulu parade. Them people weren't bothering nobody. I understand the Zulu parade, and I know you understand it too. Why you talking about the real Zulus stand up when you can barely make it in Africa? Ain't nobody trying to move to Africa, baby. I hope you do not believe African Americans or FBAs, because I need to start separating myself, because when it's time for y'all to get what you deserve, I don't want no parts of that shit. And I ain't gonna flinch when I see it just unfold on that ass. Lo and behold, something will go wrong in your country and you need an ally, and Americans do not show up. Lo and behold, you guys need something from the culture and we don't show up. We ain't standing for you motherfuckers at all. Because guess what? If it was about, let's think of Jewish people. No, we don't all get along here. But if somebody come over here and say Jewish Americans are this and that, at the end of the day, y'all talking about Americans. Together we stand, divided we fall. We're divided by culture, but together we stand as a nation. I think y'all just fucked the play up. So anybody that's in the airport and you're looking up and you're waiting for your flight to take off to come to America, make it make sense. Make it make sense. If it's so much better in Africa, then why the fuck y'all booking flights here? Because I know we ain't going over there in droves. We not. We was the ones that got sent off. And we come on now. Or maybe when it's time to pay, I'm reaching on this. If they want to pay reparations, they just know who to give it to. Anybody with the title of FBA, go ahead and put that shit on the federal documents. Go ahead and put it on the federal documents. I will be checking FBA. The separation need to begin. Let's go ahead and separate. That's what they want. Let's separate. I'm American. I'm FBA. I'm not fighting to be a part of a culture that has been failing for so motherfucking long. Bitch, I don't know what it's like to live in no hut. I honestly don't. I ain't never lived in no hut. I don't know what it's like to starve because there are no resources. There's no food supply. I don't know what the fuck that feel like. You get what I'm saying? Y'all might talk about us being on government assistance and shit over here like that, but baby, we have something to help us. I don't know what y'all have. Y'all keep showing cities that are thriving, but I mean, we could pull up people that's dancing in the fucking dust. I don't know. And that shit don't look comfortable. Y'all got, man, hey, I ain't trying to go there. But let's just say deportation is happening over here. And if you guys are African and have family over here that are trying to gain citizenship, don't fuck it up for them people because you want to get over here and be ignorant as hell. You might not want nothing for your future, but you probably do have African brethren and sister that want to come over here to America and better their lives. Don't fuck it up. Well, I guess you don't fuck up the play because Trump ain't trying to keep no goddamn immigrants over here. If you ain't legally here, born here, birth certificate and all, hang it up. My birth certificate right over there somewhere, honey. So at the end of the day, that's the game y'all want to play. But think, God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. And they're moving motherfucking immigrants out like it's a motherfucking game. Tic-tac-toe. You're out of here, bitch. Stop playing. It is what it is.
Good afternoon, friends, followers, those in between. So if you did not know, the diaspora is in a war, baby. The diaspora is in a war. I was late TikTok scrolling and I just came across that for days now the diaspora has been in a war, and baby, I feel like it's my time to shine because I got some stuff to say. It's been on my heart for years, so it is my time. This is gonna be it's gonna be a 2-part video, just because I'm gonna take you on the journey with what I got to say. So let's get into it of what's happening. So a Black American lady said that for the month of August that we should boycott all businesses that aren't Black American. So basically saying, no African hair braiding, no going to the nail salon, stuff like that. Like, we want to put that money within our community. So you can't get those things just within our community. Okay, cool. So a lot of those in the African diaspora had an issue with that. Yeah, as so far as to like making a lot of videos, comments about us was just like horrendous. Like it was bad. It was bad. And all she really said was, we want to spend Black American dollars with Black American businesses for the month of August. All right, so back in 2018, I was substitute teaching, and I had a conversation with a teacher that was from Ghana. And from that conversation, I felt like, Black Americans, we really are the stepchildren of the world. Like, America tolerates us from the shit that they did to us, and then Africans kind of hold us at, like, arm's length. You get what I'm saying? Like, they fuck with us, but they don't fuck with us. Like, they have their perceptions, stuff like that. What I think that, or know or feel that it comes from generational trauma. Like, we have to acknowledge that we have generational trauma from slavery, but we also have generational trauma before that. So Black Americans are some of the brothers and sisters that were sold into slavery, that were tricked into slavery, that were given into slavery because they were outlaws. They didn't do what they were supposed to do within their community or country. Like, they just wanted to rid them. And with what was going on, they did not expect them to make it. And not only did they make it, they made something out of nothing. They survived. And hence the birth of Black Americans. And then we get here, we create our own culture that comes from slavery. We're unapologetically about it. We fight for our rights and stuff like that. And innately, they don't understand why we're still thriving if we went through all that stuff. Like, they don't get it because we weren't supposed to make it innately. So I'm not holding that to who we are today. I'm saying this is why there's such a struggle, because we have to acknowledge the generational trauma. So we are the kids of the brothers and sisters that weren't supposed to make it, that was sold into slavery and stuff like that. So here we are, generations later, it's still there. Just like some of the trauma from slavery is still in us if we have not acknowledged it and healed it, right? So we need to acknowledge that innately we have some issues, and we need to acknowledge that. And where did it even come from? Because Malcolm X, they really killed him for real because he was trying to establish a nation for Black Americans, like I'm not gonna say United Nations, but he was in meetings or in unity with African leaders to give us land as if a country so that we can move on from the oppression and segregation and all the shit. They ain't want us over here. Okay, so we gonna get the fuck. And he was actually in the works of doing it. That's why they killed that man. It wasn't like, it was because he was violent or whatever, but he had a plan. The man had a plan, for real. And so did other African leaders. So how did we necessarily get from that to we going back to here? And that's the journey I'm gonna take you on. But I just want to give a real, like, innate foundation of understanding, like, where the beef actually comes from, because I don't understand how y'all could feel the way y'all feel about us and you over here in our country. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I'm saying, like, if it wasn't for our ancestors, you wouldn't be here. No immigrant would be over here. You get what I'm saying? Like, The Civil Rights Act, like, we the reason why you can come over here, get citizenship and vote and actually get the benefits, send your kids to school, get financial aid, stuff like that. Daycare, like, stuff like that. Receive the benefits. Black American ancestors fought for that. So it's yeah, we have to really recognize that the issue starts innately from the issues they had before slavery and how we got into slavery, and that that trauma is still here and we have to address it. So what y'all think? Let me know. But that's my feelings on it, on the foundation of the diaspora wars. Part 2, we gonna talk about the other stuff that I seen, cause baby, what?
I have thoughts. And I don't know how this is going to be perceived or received, and I kind of really don't give a fuck. But as a Black American, notice I said Black American, I'm noticing a lot of, like, the South Africans or just Africans in general, like, bashing on Black Americans because of the whole Tyler situation. I really don't know the nitty-gritty details, and I really truly don't even give a fuck. I just want to point out how it's all where the African diaspora when Black Americans stand on something, or Black Americans like, no, we don't do that. Now it's like you guys are separating us. You guys are trying to be separate. But right now, as we speak, South Africans are talking so much shit about Black Americans over Tyler, over the make me sway, make me water. Seriously, you switch up that quickly? I thought we was all. I think y'all was coming over to our house for Black History Month, even though Black History Month is about Black Americans. But now we're ops because of Tyler. When we gave you hoes Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Lil Wayne, Tyler? Yeah, y'all niggas can have it. I won't forget this shit. I'm writing this shit down. Every time people try to talk about Black Americans trying to get out of the diaspora, whatever the fuck y'all be saying about us, I'm gonna remember this exact moment. I promise you. And I just want to add, I truly believe in my heart to heart, the reason that so many Africans try to, like, shit on Black Americans, or so many Africans, when we stand on something, get mad, is because they truly believe that Black Americans have no culture. When I found out that Africans was calling Black Americans akatas, cotton pickers, I was like, that's interesting. If we're all one, then why are you talking shit? Anytime it comes down to it, Black Americans have no culture, yet I be seeing everybody in Jordans, gold chains, grills, listening to our music, doing our dances, and then they try to associate all of our culture to, no, we did it first. No, you didn't. Graffiti, cornbread, Black American. Soul, funk, hip-hop, Black American. A lot of people try to equate our soul music to some African guy, I forgot his name, but our shit came out first. So I'm not one of those Black Americans that's gonna sit by and act like we ain't got no culture, baby. Not me. I stand 10 toes down on that business, Pookie. So try somebody else. Not me.
I'm African, nigga. Stop playing with me, bitch. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, nigga. You think I'm playing with you? Stop playing with me, nigga. Go ahead. Fuck out of here, nigga. You serious? Touch me, nigga. Ever. I'm gonna let you live on it. Don't ever touch me, nigga. Fuck out of here. Ever touch me. What? No.
While Black Americans are self-centered, I'm gonna say it. Like, for example, coloreds, they had a big problem with Tyler. Now the Tyler said, and I know it's from their slavery days, I'm not being racist or anything, because they were called coloreds. But here in South Africa, we have our own culture, and we grew up in this culture as coloreds. So we look and we are proud of it. So you cannot expect us to feel bad because you all went through something we didn't go through.
What is this motherfucker talking about? What? No one asked you to feel bad for anything. What is this man talking about? Again, I showed y'all the Tyler video. All this stemmed from her not answering a question when she had the opportunity to educate us on what colored were. You should be mad at Tyler because Tyler had an opportunity to educate Black Americans on who your people are, and she just looked around like, I don't answer that question. She asked her publicist to, hey, say something about that. I don't want to speak on that. That's who you should be mad at, not us. Not us. And let me address that little slick comment about, yeah, I know they were slaves and all this type of shit. And I know they went through slavery and all this. Nigga, you were colonized. You're 90% of the population. You were colonized by the 10% of white people. That's a form of slavery. I'm tired of some of these goofy Africans sitting up here acting like colonization wasn't a form of slavery. Okay? When you're sitting over there and you had motherfuckers like Cecil John Rose over there in South Africa. Okay, you had Frederick Luger in Nigeria. You had Leopold making Congo his whole damn plantation, chopping off motherfuckers' arms because they didn't meet the rubber quota. That's a form of slavery.
Why is it that Black Americans hate Africans?
I don't know. Like, from what I've heard, I guess annoyance that they feel like Black Africans come to the country and they're given preferential treatment because there's this sort of belief that, you know, we work harder and we do this and but therefore we're like the good model minority.
Yeah.
Which in turn makes them look bad.
Yeah.
And that even though, I mean, the FDA and the ADOS lot, they say that they can distinguish who's Black American and who's African.
And I can't.
They say that there's like so many different, like, you know, you can easily distinguish and all that, which I think is a whole load of cap. There may be some truths to it. Like, at the end of the day, we know how white supremacy works, right?
Yeah.
And it does absolutely get off on causing division. That's how it's always been. And it's just unfortunate that people are actually buying into it, but they're mad at the wrong people. I just feel like the energy is completely misdirected. And like, even if those differences are there, 'cause I'm going to give them the benefit of doubt and say that there's some element of truth to that. Who is responsible for that?
We need more honesty about the misinformation that's been put towards both of us, because when we've had this discussion multiple times, it's not often we get Black American honesty about the negative stereotypes they have. I say it, we say it, but they're like, no, we were open arms and welcoming. There was definitely negative stereotypes of immigrant Blacks perpetuated by Black Americans. So you can say that you're welcoming, but were you? And similarly, what was projected into into Africa and the Caribbean about Black Americans. Just be really honest about the propaganda that happened, and then we can get to honest dialogue.
For those of y'all that call yourselves FBA or Indigenous to America, you know, all those Black Americans that like being American more than they like being Black. In honor of the 100th birthday of Omowale Malcolm X, I would like to play a clip for y'all where he addresses this exact issue.
You nothing but a house Negro. And if someone come to you right now and say, let's separate, you say the same thing that the house Negro said on the plantation. What you mean separate? From America? This good white man? Where you gonna get a better job than you get here? I mean, this is what you say. I ain't left nothing in Africa. That's what you say, while you left your mind in Africa.
You out your African mind if you think you know more than Malcolm X.
I am so sick of Black Americans, and this issue needs to be addressed. So Black folks can beat the shit out of white people in public. A Black man can sock a white woman in the mouth, knock her ass unconscious when she wasn't even doing shit, and get out on $400 bail. Dr. Umar gets to go on podcasts and go on all these platforms and tell Black men, advocate for them to avoid white women. Avoid them like the plague. They're blue-eyed devils. They're evil. If white people in 2025 did 10% of the shit that Black folks do now, the entire freaking country would be burning down. They can say what they want. They can advocate for what they want. They can advocate for a white genocide on TikTok. I get banned for talking about the president on TikTok. These niggas can say white people shouldn't exist. Oh, little white boys and girls that died in a flood in Texas deserve to die because they're white. These social media companies don't do anything. They don't do anything. I say DEI is bad on TikTok, and some Black woman, some hyena bitch, gets to say white girls deserve to die on TikTok, and it gets 400,000 views. It's like, what kind of hysteria? What is going on? And I hate when black folks try to say, oh my gosh, but slavery and racism and black people can't be racist. You're actually the most racist because you feel justified. You feel like you have a right to be racist. So it upscales the racism. 1.6% in the country nationwide of white people had slaves. Not even of white people, actually. It was 1.6% of the population in 1860 actually had slaves. And black folks want to keep hiding behind slavery and hiding behind Jim Crow and hiding behind civil rights. Those days are over with. So the next time black people act a fool in public and embarrass themselves and hurt people and are a public disturbance, I want a big old Proud Boy to knock his block off. Because we don't have to live like this. We don't have to live with ruffians that think that they get to do whatever they want to do because Jim Crow that they weren't even alive for. We're done. We're done with that bullshit. Black people, we're done. We're done. Black folks, we're done with you. They took my black car years ago. F y'all.